Now, usually we talk about cold outbound email and cold DMing on LinkedIn, but today we're going to flip the script and talk about warm outbound. If you're on a B2B company and you're doing anywhere between 30,000 to 100,000 plus in MRR, chances are you already have an audience. You got case studies, testimonials, sold market presence, but how you actually take it to the next level and scale your outreach while keeping things personal and relevant. Well, today, I'll tell you how to build highly targeted, warm outbound campaigns by de-anonymizing your website visitors and tapping into LinkedIn audiences. So by the end of this video, you have actionable steps to create an evergreen campaign that turns lukewarm contacts into hot leads. Now let's get into it. Let's get started with your website visitors. You likely already have people browsing your website that are already interested in what you offer, but you have no idea who they are. This is where tools like RB2B Pixel and Instantly Pixel come into play. What they do is de-anonymize those visitors, giving you their LinkedIn profile data, such as their name, title, their company, and also gives you information on the pages that they visited. Now, this is powerful because you can calculate their intent based on their behavior. Are they just browsing, or are they deep diving into your case studies or other content? Or are they actually looking at the pricing pages? This information will help you segment and prioritize your outreach efforts. Imagine just knowing exactly who's been checking out your pricing page or product features and being able to reach out to them through a personalized email or a LinkedIn message. That's the kind of leverage you need to turn interest into action these days. Once you have this raw visitor data, the next step would be to segment and enrich that data. You can use tools like Clay to pull in more detailed data about these contacts, to understand if they are the right decision makers, do they match your ideal customer profile, your ICP. Once you have the raw visitor data, the next step is segmentation and enrichment. Now you can use tools like Clay to pull in more detailed data about these contacts and people browsing your website. For example, are they the right decision makers? Do they match your ideal customer profile? You can also get their company emails, phone numbers, and potentially any other intent data that might help you. From there, you want to create evergreen campaigns with Smartlead, automating outreach in a way that stays personal but scales effort. You can run campaigns that feel one-on-one, but actually target hundreds of warm contacts, prospects without ever sounding spammy. This is what we call inbound-led outbound. Now let's talk about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is an actual goldmine for building audiences for warm and cold outbound. And I've got 9 audiences for you from LinkedIn you can use today in your work or cold campaigns. So let's break those down. Audience number 1 is your LinkedIn connections. Now, if you have several thousand connections or followers on LinkedIn, chances are you've got connections that fit your ICP, but you've never reached out to them with an offer. You can actually export those connections, segment those contacts by your appropriate criteria, enrich the data, and start a warm outreach campaign. Your connections and network are actual gold mines. Now, you'll be surprised how many people on your LinkedIn network actually fit your ICP, but are not in your sales pipeline yet. And the beauty of this is that they are already acquainted with you and your product and are likely aware of your brand and service. It's an audience number 2, founder or co-founder connections. If your founder or co-founder has more connections than you can still leverage them with your outreach the same way you would do with your own connections. There'll be just one more step when you need to connect with them, but it's no longer cold outreach. These are still warm contacts. Referencing your co-founder or colleague in the first message or on LinkedIn or in an email will help you break the ice, build rapport and trust before actually moving into your pitch. LinkedIn audience number 3, your profile use. You probably have people checking out your profile on LinkedIn, trying to learn more about you, and you can use tools like LinkedIn Sales Navigator to grab those names, build lists, and reach out. If they're visiting your profile, they're already curious, so now's the time to get on the radar. You can export these contacts, run it through segmentation on a weekly basis, pull them into an email campaign, and start your outreach. Otherwise, you can also create evergreen campaigns through automation tools like Expandi. LinkedIn audience number 4, mute inbound connections. Whenever someone new connects with you, check to see if they actually match your ICP. If they do, why not reach out to them and see if they're open for a quick chat. This audience is already showing intent, and they're already getting acquainted with you, perhaps your content, your brand, your product, your service, and your goal would be to understand their actual intent and how far down the funnel they actually are. So you can start from the conversation, feed them more useful content to push them down the funnel, through some qualifying questions and move into your niche. LISN audience number 5, your company page followers. If someone's following your page, again, they're probably interested in what you offer, your service, or your product. You can extract these contacts and create targeted campaigns just for them. This might sound a little tricky because LinkedIn doesn't actually let you export the audience from your company followers. So you need to use something like PhantomBuster or a service like Lemlist to extract that data. Then you'll proceed with your normal segmentation, enrichment, and you're off and running with your campaign. LinkedIn audience number 6 engages with your content. If someone's liking or commenting on your content, they're paying attention. You can reach out to them while you're still top of mind. This particularly works well when you're posting some sort of a giveaway or a lead nugget or something of a tremendously high perceived value. If people are raising their hand, asking to get a copy of a piece of valuable content and they fit your customer profile, engage with them in direct messages on LinkedIn. You can also send an email, follow-up DMs to keep them on the work. LinkedIn audience number 7, event or webinar attendees. A lot of people on LinkedIn are running events, webinars about various topics. If you or someone else in your space runs a webinar and it fits your ICP or caters to your ICP, those attendees are primed for outreach. They've already shown interest in the topic that your competitors talk about or you talk about. Now you can show them the solution. But be careful when initially out to them. You don't want to barge in with a sales pitch right away. Try to build a genuine human connection. This is something that people are lacking these days on LinkedIn. No, they're writing scripts and campaigns tactlessly. So just put more thought into creating your actual outbound copy on LinkedIn. Related campaign number 8, your competitor content engagers. Your competitors might also have content that's pulling engagers from your ICPs. You will be able to extract the list of those engagers that engage with that content, again, through tools like PhantomBuster, Expandi, Golden Leads, to create a list for your outreach and target them on relevant messaging. And last but not least, LinkedIn audience number 9, your competitor followers. Here's a pro tip. If people are following your competitors, doesn't mean they're necessarily working with them already. They might be looking for a solution like yours. You can use tools to export competitor followers and reach out. Use something like Golden Leads, expert contact, and go through segmentation, enrichment, and prepare cases for LinkedIn and for you. So you built all these audiences, now what? This is where the magic happens. Combining cold email and LinkedIn automations into one cohesive outreach kit. Tools like Smartlead, Expandi, Growth Machine, and Lemlist made it pretty easy and pretty seamless. But the case for Smartlead and Expandi, you'll probably need to do a bit more manual work to coordinate the outreach. And because these audiences already interacted with your brand, you can make the conversations feel natural with the right copy and not feel forced without these easy sales tactics. You could easily build email or a LinkedIn sequence first, but a quick tip is that to be able to reach out to more contacts quicker if you were to lead with email first. A typical cadence that we run can span over 16 days, alternating between LinkedIn and email messaging. So you can go and start something like that today. So there you have it, how to turn cold outbound into warm outbound by de-anonymizing your website visitors, segmenting your data, leveraging LinkedIn audiences you already have or can source. So in these next videos, we're actually going to go over the copy and specific campaign tactics and strategies that we actually use for these types of campaigns for warm outreach, something that we'll also be able to do as well. And don't forget to like the video if you like the content, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And I'll see you guys in the next one.